Respect. Welcome back to Smitty's Corner. So, what we're going to do for this one right here, right? Let me adjust this. Okay, so what we're going to do on this one, we're going to listen to what is considered to be a toxic relationship. Now, my main focal is this, right? What I want you to tell me is this an example and a reason as to why men should go overseas and find a woman? Because it's so terrible here in America? Or is this an example of a man that really doesn't know himself? I don't know. So let's look at this together. Let's see what we got. Smash that like button. And I thank you once again for tuning into Smitty's Corner. Let's see what goes on in this toxic relationship.
I was sitting next to a girl, and Mary was overthinking, so I got switched to an empty seat. Yeah.
This guy is on his way to the Philippines to meet his girlfriend for the first time and move there permanently. And on his first of 3 flights, he happened to be seated next to a woman, so his girlfriend thought he was cheating and broke up with him. Anytime that Brandon has to interact with any woman ever, it's basically the end of the world. I know I make a lot of hyperbolic statements, but I honestly think this is the most toxic relationship
Fair use.
I've ever seen on the show. Because of the jealousy and insecurity issues between them, they have decided to be FaceTiming 24/7 no matter what.
It smells bad. I haven't even pooped yet.
Oh, she doesn't even trust him to go to the bathroom in his own house.
So far from what we're seeing, because, I hear a lot of talk about, like, we need to get the hell up out this country and zoom to Thailand, and we need to do all of these things. So I'm just trying to get a better feel for what exactly is taking place right now, and do I see things that's happening there that, I don't know, maybe happens everywhere? You make up your own conclusion on that one, but let's keep on rocking out and let's see what we have on this.
She's worried that some woman's just gonna randomly spawn in when he goes in there to take a dump. Is that what she thinks is gonna happen? Like, I don't understand. What is the scenario here? Does somebody climb through the window and start hitting on him when he's just sitting there? Hey, I couldn't help but notice that it only kinda smells in here. You wanna go out?
I spend every single hour, every single minute, every single second on video call with Mary every single day. Since I've met Mary virtually, we started to be on the phone more and more and more until it just became a mutual agreement that we would just be on the phone 24/7.
Now, let me ask y'all this. Is she over the top insecure? Or is he a guy that just really doesn't know his worth and doesn't have a clue that he doesn't even have to put up with this shit in the first place? Which do you see?
And this is no exaggeration. Brandon has admitted that he can't even hold a job because obviously no jobs are going to allow him to FaceTime all day. This also means that Brandon can no longer have any private conversations with friends or family since Mary will always be there, always listening.
All right, so he can't keep a job because they can't fit. So I know they want to do things. Pretty certain she wants to have a life with him. I don't know what kind of life you're going to have if the man isn't even able to sustain employment because you can't talk to him enough, and or he may be working, I don't know, next to a woman. So I mean, let's just keep on going. Let's see what we got.
Almost like the beginning of some sort of horror movie. I think there's an idea there.
She also has 8 tattoos total. 2 or 3 of them have my name on it. So yeah, that's a big deal. When I get there, I just hope that we won't be fighting like we do, and everything is going to be a lot better.
So it becomes clear pretty quickly that Brandon is absolutely exhausted with this whole situation, which is understandable because it's exhausting just to watch. It sounds like most of the time they're just fighting and arguing, and obviously he's unable to go do anything on his own. So he's just stuck inside all day, taking craps and naps while she's watching him and arguing everywhere in between. Now the situation is definitely very sad because Brandon has a lot of childhood trauma. It sounds like his dad was just a terrible person and very abusive, and his mother struggled with addiction. He had to live on his own at age 15, but eventually his godparents found out and they took him in, so he now lives in their camper outside.
All right, so look, I'm sorry that happened and everything. I don't know. I'm having a hard time taking the sob story shit as to why. I mean, that's beyond simp. That's beyond punk. It's weak. It's just not becoming of a man. What he doesn't even realize is that for right now, this seems cute. Only for right now, right? Seems cute. But what he don't get is that once she's actually around him and she see how much of a pool puppy he is, that's exactly what he's going to be. And then thus from there, she don't respect that man. Then what happens after that? She basically goes out, do what she winds up possibly cheating on him. So he's going from wherever, I don't know, I guess maybe America, I don't know, somewhere Europe, I don't know where he is. But he's flying all the way over to where she is just to be ragdoll. I mean, so again, I hear a lot of talk about you need to Zoom here, go there, and everything else. But the fact is, like I've always said, you take you with you wherever you go. You need to fix you first. You need to make sure you know the law of the land. You need to make sure that you know how to date women, period. Nothing personal to this guy, but we can clear as day see that this is somebody who wasn't, the star quarterback in high school, if you want to say. And then I saw, I know we seen a little picture of his lady. She wasn't bad looking. Nice little cutie pie, right? Got a nice little body. And the sad part is, in his head, and a lot of guys think this way, in his head, he think that's the best he can do because of her looks. He think, I finally snagged one. Lord knows how many nights he spent whacking off to magazines to chicks that look like her. And he finally got one in real life. And he's like, I'm not letting this go for nothing. I'll go through this bullshit. But I digress. My mic is muted. Let's rock out.
Out of their house. And then at some point he met Mary online and she globbed onto him and continued to make his life difficult.
We fight a lot because we're so far away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but we fight like almost every day. You know that. I can't just go out and talk to any girl working or receptionist or cash register without me and you fighting.
Do you hear that? The poor guy can't even talk to a cash register without them fighting. You know what? In a weird way, I think their fighting may actually decrease, at least for a short period once he gets there, because then she can keep an eye on him 24/7. That's what I thought for about 30 seconds until I realized, wait a minute, she's already keeping an eye on him 24/7. What am I talking about?
Don't make me feel bad right now because it's your fault. You're too friendly.
Now, and pay attention. Peep the manipulation. She knows how weak he is and how much of a sucker for her he is. Don't make me feel bad. It's your fault. Don't make me feel bad. It's your fault. I gotta watch you take a shit. It's your fault that the flight was booked and there happened to be a female sitting next to you that you don't even know. That's your fault. It's your fault that every day you walk out into the world, there are other vaginas all around you. It's your fault. It's your fault. I'm not the only woman on planet Earth. So now I got to do all of this just to keep an eye on you. But guess what, sir? It's your fault. I digress. My mic is muted. Let's rock out.
To other girls.
I understand you.
Yeah, Brandon, you're being way too friendly. You can't be friendly to all these women out in the world. If you see a woman ever, you just gotta scream at them and tell them you have a girlfriend. If a woman ever says hello to you, you should just turn around and sprint in any direction as fast as possible, like Paul. So in this next part, Brandon goes to the dentist, and of course he has to bring Mary with him. So he asks his dentist if he can put the camera in the corner, and she's like, okay, what for? And he's like, oh, my girlfriend who lives in the Philippines wants to watch so that she can have a mental breakdown when she finds out you're a woman.
Is it okay if I put the phone up somewhere where my significant other can see me?
Of course.
Is it okay if I put my phone up in the corner where my significant other can scream at me?
And what's her name?
Mary.
Hey, Mary.
Hello.
Welcome. How long have you guys been dating?
You see her face? You see Mary's face? She did not. She ain't like that shit. Oh man, this is crazy right here, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. I really don't see how some people can do it. But let's keep on rocking out. Let's see what we got, man. Let's see what we got.
We've been dating for over 2 years now.
Is this your first love?
Uh-oh.
He's been, hold on. I'm not gonna lie. I thought this was like kind of like that first maybe like they maybe 6-8 months. Bruh, you've been dealing with that for 2 years? I ain't gonna lie. I would say, I mean, at this point, he basically kind of has what maybe some would call a Stockholm-like syndrome, you know, to that effect. 2 years. Two years of that. Do you see that face? I didn't take time to try to plan the pause. Nah, all I had to do was just stop it on her. Look at that face. 2 years with that. And y'all telling me to go overseas? There's something so grand and better, right? This is so grand and better, right? Man, stop playing with me.
No, it's not.
Well, I'm just gonna go show Dr. Tammy your films.
That was like perfect comedic timing. That could not have been any
Why did
better.
she
I love the
start
way that
crying?
the dentist just looks over at Mary and sees her crying and just completely ignores the whole thing.
Yeah.
Well, that was pretty fucking weird. Anyway, I'm gonna go show the doctor your films.
You lied to me. You said I'm your first love, but now you said I'm not.
What she means by that is like first girlfriend.
I have an ex too, but he's not my first love.
Oh, when you put it like that, yes, of course you were my first love.
You just said no.
Baby, I'm sorry. It's not what I meant.
I don't know what I said.
All right. So let me, fellas, let me help you out. For those who not here, what just happened was he just fed the beast. What he did was he just put more bullets in the gun so she can fire back at him next time. He put more bullets in the gun when he said, I didn't mean to make you feel that way, when he apologized. Bruh, you went to the damn dentist. Why are you apologizing for going to the damn dentist? Let's keep on rocking out.
Can you tell me everything to say before I say it? It'll be a lot easier that way because I'm going to end up saying something you don't like. Seriously, this is only episode 1. I'm already exhausted. The guy can't do anything on his own. He can't even go fishing. She thinks he's going to cheat when he's out fishing.
Is there gonna be cell service when we get to the river spot?
Yeah, it might not be as good of fishing there, but we tried to pick somewhere that had a little bit of service.
Now, let me help y'all out when she said it may not be good as... I think maybe she could be talking about the spot isn't as good as far as for catches. But what I'm also reading is, see, when you go fishing, because that's something I'm big on. That's definitely my sport, my activity. Fishing and camping. These activities are primarily to get away. Yeah, it's about the thrill of the catch and, casting out. All of these things are just endorphins released and a high all in itself. But the number one thing that most people go fishing and go camping for is to get away from all of the noise, to decompress. You don't go fishing and take the world with you. You take you with you and you go fishing. But let's keep on rocking out. Let's see what's going on.
Okay.
Oh, great, thank you. Mary just watched Lady in the Water last night, and she's worried that some woman's gonna come swimming up from the river and seduce me. I don't even think that's what that movie's about, so I don't know where she got that idea. But yeah, basically, fishing is a big no-no. A lot of things can happen while you're fishing.
Once in a while, we find ourselves with the right people. in the right place at the right time.
Let's rock out.
The last time I tried to go fishing, Mary thought that I was cheating on her with someone else. Now I've lost connection.
Oh no.
You should get it back here in 2 seconds. I just got 2 bars back.
I have to be on the phone with.
Now, I think if all right, so if that's his people's, the woman up front, lady, you are not helping. You should be in that boy's ear or in that man's ear. Listen, you need to just focus on what we doing right now. You're hanging out with us. If his woman knew anything about family, friend interaction, it's rude when you're around your company and you're ignoring them because you keep having to step off to hit one of these and so what you say? That's rude. Hey, I'm with my peoples right now. I'm going to holler at you later. I'm out fishing. Hey, you know what? Do this. I mean, I'm not doing all that shit. But if it's that serious, bruh, then just go ahead and record your outing. Record it. And then I assume you guys have social media and stuff. Send her the video. Post the video. Was out fishing with my family. Look at what I caught. Look at what I didn't catch. Well, it ain't nothing to show if you ain't catch nothing. But anyway, let's rock out.
Mary, when I go or we have a really big fight.
And guess what? Mary is not even awake right now. She is going to sleep through the whole thing. You may have noticed that Brandon's godparents are very supportive of his relationship, but the same cannot be said for his mother and his siblings.
Bevy, say hello.
Look.
She looks happy.
Look.
And you guessed it, Mary doesn't even like the idea of Brandon hanging out with his mother and his sister.
I'm sorry I haven't been able to come over to your house.
Because it's a house full of women and Mary's not okay with that.
Right. That's right.
What does she want him to do? Does she want to put him in a box or put him in a jar all day? It sounds like even when he's in the Philippines, he's never going to be able to go anywhere by himself. And if he does, I bet he'll still have to FaceTime her. This means that he is never going to be able to work or make money for the rest of his life.
It sucks
Well, no. Let me say this. Now, from just observation, this is my first time seeing this video with y'all. I'm reacting natural, right? So, from what I've noticed, every time he's talking to her, she's just like in some room with looks like a towel or some kind of hippie sheet hung up on the wall. She's just in a room, like sitting Indian style on a mattress. She's always by herself. Not never once have I seen, okay, well, they may be FaceTiming, but she's out doing something. I haven't seen once. Does she have a family? I mean, I don't know. I don't know her circumstances. I don't know, so I don't get on, into all that. But does she have a family? Does she have friends? Does she have a life? Does she have a job? So you got to remember, people, when they don't necessarily have too much going on with them, oh man, the last thing they want to see is you living. So it's not even really so much right here about, I think you're going to sleep with your mom and your sister, which that would be creepy all in itself. It's more so about you're with family, you're enjoying yourself. Look at you all. You got a nice little table set. Look like you're in the backyard, about to have a nice little lunch or something and just talk and laugh, little music playing. I'm not doing that. I don't enjoy these things. So if I'm not enjoying it, I think it's only fair that you don't enjoy these things. See, when you get with me, you're supposed to be as miserable as I am. You're only happy if I'm happy. If I'm not happy and you're happy, there's a problem. Oh, there's a problem, mister. But let's keep on rocking out. Let's hear what mom has to say.
It spills over into the family dynamic. You can't come see me because I live in a house with females. You can't spend time with your siblings because she's a female and she has friends possibly that might come over.
No, Mom. One more time, Mom. You're missing it. It's not about the female part with this particular part. It's about the fact that he has a life and she doesn't. Let's keep on going. Look at this shit. Look at
Now,
where
this
she's
is
at.
very bizarre because
Ain't
she
no wrong.
insists on always FaceTiming him. She's going to hear very private conversations about her because, you know, they're going to have to talk about it. So before they've even met, she already doesn't like his family and his family already doesn't like her. So yeah, a few more weeks go by and Brandon leaves for the Philippines. And it's actually pretty sad because his mother acknowledges that because of her own issues, she couldn't be there for him properly as a mother. And now that she's clean and trying to mend things, Mary has come along and driven a wedge between him and his whole family. Oh yeah, there's one more thing I forgot to mention. I was going to show this part, but I don't actually have the clip. So early on, Mary admits that sometimes when Brandon is sleeping, she pretends that there's a power outage and her phone died so that she can go out and hang out with her friends. Of course, her friends are 3 guys, and she says that she doesn't tell Brandon because he gets insecure. She also claims that Brandon made her drop out of her education because of jealousy issues, but that's just entirely what she claimed, and we didn't see him have any opinion on that at all. So yeah, I definitely think that part of her insecurity has to do with the fact that she's lying to him, so she's worried that he could do the same to her. And this is the problem with constant communication. Everybody needs time to themselves, time with their family, time with their friends, away from their partner. Anyway, let's get back to this plane ride and see what happens.
But hold on, but before we get to that, you know what I wonder at this point? Because I was thinking that too. I just didn't get to that point. I'm trying to let the video play. I didn't get to the point of, we also do know that majority of people who wound up acting a certain way and doing all these accusations to somebody are generally the people who were cheating in the first place them damn selves. But my thing is this is what I want to know. What I want to know is, has he been sending her money? I want to know if over these last 2 years, has he sent her bread? Because that's gonna help me really, because at this point, I'm trying to figure this out. This is confusing. But let's keep going. We almost done.
Flight from Eugene to Los Angeles now. Flight 1 of 3. I'm feeling very nervous and excited.
Oh no, this is never a good sign. If you see 20 minutes later, you know it could only be something bad.